Gluten morning bread buddies, how are we doing? How's your week been? Let me know in the comments what your peak of the week has been. Just heading down to the chickens because I'm making some cookies and I realised I have no eggs in the house, so we need to go down there and collect some. And I thought I'll bring you along and start the vlog here because you guys haven't seen the chickens in so long. And oh my god, these girls, I fear they're my favourite chickens I've ever owned. We're approaching them now. Let's see if they come greet me like they normally do. Hi ladies! Hi! They do this thing where they like waddle down and let you stroke them. Hi! How are you? These ones here, the black ones, grey ones, aren't as tame as these ones, but yeah, they are so nice. I don't know what it is. We got them from, so if you live close to my area, I'll link the place that we got them from. It's a place called Featherbrook Feathers or something like that. I'll find it out and I'll put it down below for you. We've got chickens from them before and they are such a good place. They're just a house, but they have this huge area where they do all the hatchery stuff at their home. I think they've got young kids, so I'm pretty certain that they handle the chickens to make them as tame as they are. But yeah, they are just the best. I'm really loving these guys. Do have one who she's being very broody and I'm actually starting to get a little bit worried about just how broody she is. I'm having to come in here and pick her out every single day just so she can go have some food and water. Like she's not vicious about it at all. She's letting me pick her up absolutely fine, but she's also now starting to lose some feathers on her chest. If anyone has chickens and they know what to do to kind of get them out of being broody, let me know. Because yeah, I'm getting a little bit worried about you. Is it dunking in water? I've heard that before, that you dunk them in water and like cold water, which I'm worried about doing this time of year as well. But yeah, bless her. She's being a little bit broody. Anyway, right, eggs. So I've been served a lot of these style post recipes. So it's with the actual recipe written down, kind of like an old school magazine recipe. And I saw these ones. These are triple ginger rye cookies. I love a rye cookie so much. I just love the earthiness that it creates. I've done a recipe before with white chocolate, blackberries, and I really want to do these ones because tomorrow I'm going to a Friendsgiving event with Whole Foods. And what I've been trying to do is whenever I go to these events with brands, I like to take something along with me for the brand because they put so much work into putting those events on and they don't get anything. And I think it's quite sad that I witness this a lot. I'll turn up to these events and I actually don't know how much the brands are thanked. People will turn up, they have an amazing time and they'll probably say thank you for the evening and or the day and see you later kind of thing. But actually to take the time to say I really appreciate the effort, and I know that they're getting paid to do that, but still, it's a lot of work. I think it's the least that I can do to say thank you so much for noticing me and wanting me to be a part of your event. It will blow my mind forever that I'm even being invited to these things. So I always want to do something to say thank you to the brands. So we're gonna make some cookies to take to the Whole Foods team. That's what that ramble was about there. The only thing with these and a lot of the recipes on Pinterest is they're not in metric. They're always in cups, which is quite annoying. We need half a cup of unsalted butter. We always use salted in this house just because that's what we have. So just gonna have to do a bit of a Google. Okay, half a cup of butter is 115 grams. So 115 grams of either salted or unsalted butter. I also never keep my butter softened. We do have a butter dish, but I just never use it. I think it's because it's in the pantry area and it's right next to the air fryer and there's no other space for it anywhere else. So it just ends up melting into a pool of butter. There's no point keeping it in there. But I did say to Lawrence, I kind of want to get, because we've got the little garlic cloche right by the hob, and I said to Lawrence, it might be useful to try and find a mini cloche, like a mini butter dish, that we can keep some butter in by the hob, because that doesn't actually get that hot because it's an induction one, and then we can just scoop out butter as we need. It wouldn't help in this situation because I need a lot of it, but when I'm putting like butter in for an omelette or putting butter on toast, we only have like really hard salted butter. So maybe I should try and find that, a little dish that can go right by the hob. So there's soft butter there at least. What did I say, 115, this is 140. That'll be fine. So 140 grams of butter, and then we need 1 1/4 cups of granulated sugar. So 1 cup is 200 grams. So it'll be 250 grams, right? Another thing that I never understand with recipes is, especially with things like this, I know the first step is going to be cream your butter and your sugar together. Why don't the recipes ever put the measurements for butter and sugar at the top of the ingredients list? It's like they always list the dry things first, then go into wet. If you know the first things that you're going to be putting to do, why don't you put those ingredients first? And also, why don't recipes put, when it gets to the method, cream, butter, in brackets, how many grams that is, and sugar in brackets? Because I don't know about you guys, I'll read a recipe and I'll go cream, butter and sugar. Okay, scroll back up. How many grams was that? Why don't recipes do that? It really, really bugs me. And if I was to ever do a cookbook, that's how I'd write my recipes out. I'd list out the ingredients in the order in which they're going to go into the dish. And when it comes to writing out the method, I would put in brackets what those measurements are, because I just think that makes so much sense. That's kind of creamed together. And then we need to beat in 2 large eggs. It says 1 at a time, but I am actually going to have to beat these in all at once because our chickens are still laying relatively small eggs. So I don't think this is going to be the weight of a large egg. I'm going to have to do like 3 of them. So how many grams is that? Yeah, 48 grams. And a large egg is typically between 55 and 60 grams. So we want this to be like 120 grams of egg altogether. Yeah, 94. The annoying thing is that technically another one might be too much. I do have a yolk in the fridge. Maybe I should just put the yolk in. This is probably a bad idea because you still need the white in there as well, because maybe we'll just try this. We're at 93 right now, so I think adding in just 1 extra yolk will take us up. 108 grams of egg. That will be fine. Mix that together. Right, treacle into this 84 grams. Oh, I always love the look of these cans, but they are so impractical for getting the treacle out and then it all goes around the edge like that. How are you actually supposed to use that? Spoon. Oh, do you just use a spoon, do you think? Yeah, fair enough. Maybe you're just supposed to use a spoon. Okay, so we have 94 grams of treacle. There is supposed to be fresh ginger in this, but we actually don't have any, and I don't think using jar ginger will work for it. So we'll just not use fresh ginger. Then a splash of vanilla. Give that a mix. Then we'll add in some flour. I will switch 2 cups now because doing dry ingredients in cups is fine. It's normally just like the wet ingredients. I find it really annoying. So we're going to do 3/4 of a cup of plain flour in with that mix. And 3/4 of a cup of rye flour as well. Two teaspoons of baking powder and also 1/3 of a cup of crystallized ginger, finely chopped. We'll do 1 teaspoon of powdered ginger. And what was it? It was 2 teaspoons, was it, of baking powder? Yeah, like half a jar of crystallized ginger. I'll just chop that up, throw that all in, and then I think we're going to chill this down at least 4 hours. We're up to overnight. Okay, then we'll chill it down for 4 hours. I just baked a batch and they look so good. I rolled them in a little bit of demerara sugar. That's how you say it? Demerara sugar, and baked them for like 12 minutes. I think they look so nice. So I'm going to do the rest of the batch of that and then they can go in boxes ready to go out tomorrow. Morning guys, I'm just getting ready to head into London. I'm so excited for this event. I just think sit down ones where you get to actually have a chat with everyone are really good, and like Friendsgiving, a lot of fun. So I'm just doing final outfit bits. Gonna have a little bit of breakfast and a coffee. I bought this shirt from H&M the other day. It's a men's one. It is like XXL, and I'm on the fence. I don't know if it is too XX, you know, a little bit too oversized. It might work with another outfit where I have it untucked and it just is massive. But let me just finish putting a few accessory bits on and I'll show you the full look. I'm going very casual for it. I'm actually also going to an event after the Whole Foods one. My friend Christina, who's another food content creator, I'll tag her account below, she has this book called Big Veg Energy. If you're vegetarian, and also if you like doing vegetarian side dishes, ones that really could be a standalone piece, very Ottilie vibes, and I think she's actually even working in their test kitchen at the moment. I'm going to a supper club that she's hosting later as well, across the other side of London, so I'm just like wearing an outfit that I think will be able to take me through the whole day. It's gonna be quite relaxed. Still undecided on the shirt. I feel like it's borderline way too big, but I do like it. I love navy blue. I feel like black is a little bit too harsh for me, but navy blue I do think is quite a good colour on me. So got this massive like men's oversized shirts, the M&S Palazzo jeans, just I can't remember if this is like an H&M, an old H&M belt, and then I got these loafers from H&M as well recently, so I think I'm going to wear those along with this H&M tote bag too. I will be taking these in my bag as well, just because I am prone to getting blisters, and I know that those ones are super comfortable, so I'm just having an emergency pair of shoes in the bag just in case. And I think I'll go with this check corduroy collar trench as well. We're at the Whole Foods event now. I've got Ash here. You need to follow Ash. Her content is amazing. Ash, is it underscore foodie? Yeah, on both TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, she's great. This venue is stunning. Like, it's a cookery school, so we think we're going to be cooking.
I think we are.
Yeah.
We're doing a Friendsgiving or something.
Thank you for the cookies, because that is the most amazing thing.
Oh,
and we're so touched. We're like,
it's my pleasure. I would love a glass of bubbles. Thank you so much.
I'm so excited to see you all here, and welcome to our Friendsgiving event. Being an American food company, we're just grounded in our purpose to nourish people on the planet, and what perfect holiday to celebrate it than Thanksgiving. And we've just seen Thanksgiving grow year over year in terms of its interest, in terms of it being more inclusive and being just a real opportunity to celebrate with the people that you care about, with good food and good company, and with a moment to pause and be thankful and grateful. So everything that you see here today has been shopped for at Whole Foods Market, in our Kensington store and our Kings Road stores. It is all about freshness of ingredients, about nutrition, about making sure that we nourish you with great vitamins, great product, and purpose behind the products.
My name's Seb. I'm the development chef for Whole Foods here in the UK. So responsible for creating all of the new dishes and real focus on nourishment and great quality ingredients. Our meat main course, we've got a turkey breast. So what we're going to do with that is we're going to butterfly this. So that means we're going to cut it in half, which will create a quicker cooking time. Okay, we're going to pan fry it, and then we're going to treat it very much like you would a steak. So we're going to throw some butter in, we're going to throw some smashed garlic cloves and some fresh sage. We're going to let the butter get nut brown, then we're going to baste that. So that will really impart some nice flavour in there. While that's happening, we're going to make our Pinot Noir pan gravy. It's got a lovely bottle of Pinot, reduce it down. Our second main course is our plant-based, so it's some lovely lion's mane mushroom. We're going to pan fry them, and then we're going to serve them with a lovely warm mustard, shallot and chive dressing. We've got some green beans, so traditionally at Thanksgiving green beans are always part of it. We've blanched them, and then we're going to pan fry some shallots and chestnut mushrooms. We're going to finish that with lemon zest and juice to really brighten the whole dish. We're going to mix that together with olive oil, and then we're going to roast that. Okay, so that just adds another element, roasting them. Okay, it brings out a different, slightly different flavour. Next on our list, we've got some carrots. We've got some beautiful baby rainbow carrots from store. We're going to peel them, then we're going to roast them very simply with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and then we're going to glaze them with maple syrup and fresh thyme. And then we're going to serve that alongside some toasted pumpkin seeds, so that'll give a really nice nuttiness, and it'll also give a nice texture contrast. So then we come on to a real classic American Thanksgiving option, which is a candied sweet potato topped with marshmallows. Now, I don't know if any of you have had it before. I personally love it. It's essentially roasted sweet potatoes. You will then make almost like a caramel, but we won't take the sugar down, actually caramelise it. It's brown sugar, vegan butter, and then we have lots of spices in there, really nice like pumpkin spice. And then you take the roasted sweet potatoes, pour over the caramel, and then we top it with roasted pecans, and then some vegan marshmallow. So another classic in Thanksgiving is mashed potato. So what we've done to elevate this a little bit is we're going to make a lovely fresh mashed potato with lots of butter, and then we've got rollright, which is an English cheese similar to a sort of camembert brie, and then we're going to do some sautéed scallions or spring onions, which are going to saute them in a little bit of olive oil, and then we've got a really nice product we sell in grocery, which is a truffle crema. So really strong, nice truffle flavour. So we're going to fold all that through. Then we're going to put that into a baking tray and we're going to bake that so it goes lovely and golden on top. We also have a couple of extra things. These are real hero items for us in store every Thanksgiving. So this is our cornbread stuffing, which is another classic American dish. Very rich, sweet, a little bit salty, but very nice. Then we have our pumpkin pie, which we're really well known for. We're going to serve that alongside some double cream. And then lastly, we have a plant-based dessert, which is going to be an eggnog-inspired rice pudding. We're going to serve that alongside some stewed fruits.
Something that you are grateful for and thankful for as we start this Thanksgiving meal. And then if you're comfortable to share that with the person sitting next to you or the group next to you, and just to say our way of thank you for coming, thank you for what we have, and thank you for the meal that we're about to share together. It's so heartwarming to have your support, know how you feel about Whole Foods, but equally that you know how we feel about you, and we're like, oh my God, we're fangirling you.
That was such a good event. I love Whole Foods so much. I just think that it's such a good place to go if you want really good produce, and they do lion's mane and stuff, which I didn't know about at all. And if you're a mushroom lover, if you're a vegetarian especially, lion's mane is one of the best things that you can get to kind of like imitate meat. It's kind of like cauliflower but better. Love it so much, and it's just such a great event. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Being in the food space, I just never considered that I would create all these friendships as well. Absolutely amazing, love it. I've got the most amazing goodie bag as well. I'll show you that tomorrow because it's heavy and I've had a little peek in there. There's some really good stuff. But I'm just coming to a little place to have a little bit of laptop time before I go on to Christina's supper club. I didn't have this place saved, but I was walking down the road and I saw this place, Newcomer Wines. This is the exact vibe that I was looking for. I was looking for a place where I could come have a glass of natural wine, just do a little bit of laptop work, because I have like an hour to kill, and I wanted to go to the Little Duck Picklery, I think it is. I walked in, I was like, oh, can I just have a glass of wine and sit and do some work? And they said, yeah, but you know, it has to be laptop free work, which unfortunately didn't work for me. I needed to get my laptop out for an hour and do some stuff here. So I was like, yeah, not a problem. Saw this place, and it's literally perfect. I'll show you the whole vibe. I'm just in a little corner right now. You've got a table there, you've got the bar, you've got this area which I'm sat in, and there's also an outside area too. Really good menu as well. Loads of sparklings, whites, skin contact, rosé, and the food as well. There's loads of little nibbles like saucisson, you can get tinned sardines, mussels that are tinned. It's really nice. So if you're in the Dalston area, it's literally right by the station as well. So if you're in the Dalston area and you're after a place to just have a relaxed glass of wine and a few nibbles, already recommend. Great vibes. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of work here and then we're gonna head over to the supper club.
Welcome everyone to this night. We're doing hosting with Odyssey. What we really wanted for this night was to do how I would feed you in my house, dippy bits and like big sharing platters. There's lots of food to come.
That is unbelievable. I'm such an espresso martini girl.
So that's like tiramisu.
It's like just punchy as well.
I want to sing those.
It almost tastes a little bit stouty, like Guinnessy.
Yeah.
And it looks...
I think I'm done feeding you.
I really enjoyed it. It made me feel really at home. So yeah, thank you all for coming, and hopefully I'll see you all again at another Sunday.
Good morning guys, back home, and I don't know if anyone else gets this, but I am absolutely ravenous this morning, and I feel like it's just one point of my cycle, like one day where I'm just so hungry. So I'm making a little bit of breakfast now. I've had some padrons in the fridge for, I don't know, 2-3 weeks now, so they really need to be used up. I also have a lamb burger here that was sent to me by Farm Shop. They're spicy lamb burgers. I actually posted this on Shorts as well as on TikTok. We did, after our Halloween soiree dinner party, I made some spicy lamb onion bhaji breakfast burgers. They were really, really good. So I've got one of those left over, and it's definitely, it needs to be used. The meat is going a little bit brown, so that needs to be used. So I think I'm gonna do something like a taco with like the lamb mince crumbled in, padrons on the side. I don't know, I will work out in a second. But I've just had this massive delivery. I know what it is. It's from Cote. So Cote have actually sent me a few of these like home kits before. Really good brand. If you ever want kind of like a date night meal and you like cooking something at home, like a bougie HelloFresh situation, do really recommend. We actually have one of their puddings in the freezer still from a different kit that we had. But they got in touch and said if I wanted to try their Christmas one. Now, I wouldn't normally buy something like this. I wanted to try this because I do think it's quite an interesting concept for people like my nan who maybe decides to spend some Christmases alone. This would be a really good kit for her. So I did want to like try it to see what it was like. And also I thought I could cook this, have it as a lovely meal, and then we can do a little series with Christmas leftovers so that you guys can have that before we get to Christmas. So my plan with this is like, we'll have like one Christmas dinner. So like, I think there's like a turkey and stuff in here. So I'll probably have this, or I'll cook it at the weekends. And then I'm going to basically like think of ideas of Christmas leftovers to be done. So it's gonna help me with that. Okay, we've got Christmas. So we've got here, I mean, all the stuff sounds really interesting. If you're gonna do a kit like this, do interesting things, right? So we have apricot and mustard, chantilly, is that how you say it? But little carrots. This sounds good. Roasted miso parsnip. Yeah, I hope it is really miso-y, because I feel like sometimes with these commercial kits, because a lot of people maybe don't use flavours like miso a lot traditionally, I think people can err on the side of caution. So I hope it does actually taste of it, you know. Oh, we have festive salt, garlic powder, smoked paprika, black pepper, ginger, may contain mustard. Oh, another roasted miso pasta. This is going to do quite a lot. I think this is supposed to feed 4 people. What's in this one? Oh, it's gravy. Oh, shallot and thyme jus. This is genuinely actually a really good idea. If you're overwhelmed by doing Christmas dinner, I don't think this is bad. some roast potatoes, a massive vat of that. Pigs in blankets. What else? Brussels sprouts a la France. So yeah, I think this is a kit that serves four. Yum, that looks really, really good. Oh, makes me so excited. I'm so excited to think of things that we can do with leftovers rather than just your classic bubble and squeak and things like that, which is still delicious. But I feel like leftovers is my thing. And if I'm not going to utilise Christmas leftovers, what am I doing? And we have a whole turkey breast, which is good because at the event that we were at with Whole Foods, we literally cooked this. And so I know like the best way to do a breast now, which is great. Oh, very excited. I'll put the link to this kit below if you are interested in it as well. No like apps or anything with it, just sharing if you want it. I've also had another Christmassy delivery. I'm really excited for all things Christmas this year. I'm ready. It's November, but I'm so excited. I think because I'm planning all of my content, I'm planning everything that I want to do. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see as well. I've started a Substack, so I decided the other night, do you know what, let's just do it. I want to share my hosting in ways, because I know that when I do my vlogs and my hosting vlogs, sometimes it's a little bit all over the place. I don't get to really break down every single recipe for you guys. So I thought if I start a Substack, then I can literally list. The way that I'm going to do it is every like hosting that I do, I'm going to do a full breakdown of shopping list that you can download, a playlist that goes with it, tablescape, a full breakdown of all the recipes, that kind of thing. And those ones I think I will put behind a paywall. However, I think I might try and post as many of the recipes singly as well on my Substack. So if you don't want to pay or you can't pay, you could still probably go onto my Substack and work out what all the recipes are. It's just the more in-depth things like the playlist, the tablescape, downloading things like you'll be able to download a menu and just like extra little things if you just want to take it up a little notch. So everything will be in one place in that one, this is the hosting blog post, but there will be the individual recipes linked through on my actual account too. But yeah, I'm really excited. I think it's been a long time coming. I've wanted to do a Substack for such a long time, and I think I just got really overwhelmed with, I didn't really know how to set it up. Same with like AF links. There's so much stuff that you guys want me to share with you guys, and I've had so many DMs of people saying, can you send this as an AF link so that you get the credit for sharing this product? And I don't know why, just some admin tasks take me a long time and I procrastinate over them. God knows why. It was very easy to set up. It's all done. I got Lawrence to design me a nice little banner on it as well. So we're on Substack, and I'll put that link below. I've just posted, well, I'm going to be posting later today, my first post, which is breaking down the murder mystery. So all of the steps involved, what I did, any templates, and then I'm going to work on to go live next week, and this one will be behind a paywall, is the full breakdown of that Halloween dinner party, all the recipes, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like because I'm starting to plan all this kind of content, I'm just getting really excited for the festive period. And let me know if there's anything that you want to be seeing festive-wise. I've got an idea of gifting. I want to kind of do a 12 days of Christmas gifting ideas, and it be a mixture of foodie things like making chutneys, biscuit boxes, things like that, but also doing some crafty ones as well. I've got a few really good ideas of like crafty gifts that you can give someone that aren't rubbish. So yeah, let me know. If there's anything that you want to be seeing, let me know. But I got sent, do you know what? This reminds me of like those Zoella OG vlogs where she would get her like really expensive calendars, and I've got a jam one. I'm so excited for this. I feel like sometimes the issue with these kind of advent calendars is that it's just like the same thing. And I think with this jam brand, I think a lot of people would think, oh, what do you do besides strawberry jam? They do a lot. They're all really different, I think. I don't think there's any duplicates on here. Oh my God, we've got ones like a cherry and pink peppercorn spread, milk caramel and salted butter spread. Okay, yeah, I'm really excited. We'll be able to have like a new jam on toast, spread on toast each day. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is going to be a good one. So we'll be able to have a different sort of like, oh, maybe I'll be able to do some content with this to go, you know, I've got this advent calendar, we can do a different kind of like porridge each day or something. That can maybe just be for us. Because I did put this on my Instagram stories. A lot of you said yes to it. And I've kind of been putting off asking you guys directly on here because I didn't want to commit to be stressed, like potentially stressed out. And yeah, I was just a bit like unsure if I was able to do something like this. Vlogmas. Do we still love it? And would you want me to do it? And I'm not talking about like 10-minute vlogs. I'll give you like a 20-minute, I think, minimum vlog every day. Would you want it? Do you watch that? Would you like it? Because for me, it's like, that's like OG vlogging, and I kind of want to give it a go. And I feel like there's so much fun stuff happening around Christmas and so much fun stuff that just we can do together. Like, I personally wouldn't bother posting a recipe of doing like porridge on toast with this, but we would do that together because it's just like a fun little everyday task, you know? Let me know. Do you want Vlogmas? Because I think I'm there. I think I really want to do it. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I like to do things to push myself. I feel like I've got this burst of new energy at the moment, and when I was at the event last night for Christina's supper club, which was phenomenal. There were so many other food content creators there that I absolutely adore. Ellie's Plate was there. We all know how much I love her. And I was sat opposite her, so that was really nice. And I was speaking actually with Emily Cameron, who her account is she's got a really good book called World of Dumplings. So if you really like Asian fusion stuff, if you like the kind of stuff that I make, you'll really like her content. She does a lot of really good like noodle dishes, dumpling dishes, highly recommend. And I was speaking with her and I just said, I feel like I'm just stressing out a little bit. I think especially at this time of year, because there's so many opportunities and so many ideas that I have. And also, I don't know how much I want to be a full-on just food content creator, especially, and I think what it is, I think it's more on Instagram. I feel really happy with TikTok and that I just post whatever, like when we changed the cinema sign, I post that on TikTok. It's more lifestyle-y. But I think I was getting into a bit of a situation where I was stressing out about my Instagram content and how am I seen? Like, what is the objective for following me? When people follow me, what are they doing that for? And I was just having a bit of a wobble, really, just to say like, why do people care? And I think because my Instagram is getting to a point now where there's a real significant number there. I think it was just scaring me a little bit. I was just being scared to be like, why? Why are people wanting to watch my content, especially on the Instagram platform? Emily was great. She was just kind of like, she was talking me down from a ledge, and she was just saying, I think that you're comparing yourself to the likes of us recipe creators too much, and if that's not something that brings you joy creating, don't push yourself to do it. Like, for me, the only recipes that I really find joy in developing and testing out are sourdough ones. Everything else, I just make a recipe up. Like, when I'm making breakfast like this, I don't think that warrants a recipe. And is that good enough for me to post to go, this is a full-blown recipe? So I think I just need to get out of my head of being like, you don't have to be a detailed ingredients list food content creator if that doesn't work for you. And if you do rather do the fridge raid stuff and it's just showing people, look, you don't need to have a full detailed recipe to make something delicious, then lean into that. And I think that is something that I do really enjoy doing, because that's how I cook. But let me know, like, how do you see my content? Like, do you like seeing the lifestyle stuff? Do you like seeing the fashion stuff? Like, should we start doing some more stuff around like beauty? Because now that I'm in a place where I'm really happy with my skin, I do want to start looking into brands that will support that journey moving onwards. So I feel like I just need to have a little bit more confidence with the fact that sometimes there's not a purpose, and that's okay. Actually, something I need to do, what's the time? So in 5 minutes time, I literally just looked at the clock and I was like, can't miss this. There's the Lily Allen tickets going on sale right now. I didn't even realise, but there was a pre-sale. Which, how do people find out about pre-sale? Because I had no idea. So I am now in the waiting room for various different ones, but I feel like I'm way too late to join this because it's going to happen in like 5 minutes. So I'll come back to you because I really want to get these Lily Allen tickets. I think this just highlights the fact that I do not know how to do concerts and gigs. Like, I just don't go to them at all. And I think I should have joined the queue ages ago, because there's loads of people in front of me on like every single venue. I thought it wasn't going to happen anyway, but I don't know. I don't know if you're allowed to join a queue before it's open. Yeah. No tickets. hopefully she'll do a second release, because yeah, I really wanted to go to this. I'm obsessed. I don't know what your thoughts are on her album. I just think it's absolutely genius, the fact that she has been bold enough to tell her whole relationship so detailed in chronological order like she has. It's absolutely phenomenal. I keep on telling everyone about it. I still I'm keeping nagging Lawrence. I'm like, can you please listen to all of it? Because I need to actually discuss this with you. Yeah, no, not gonna happen. There's still people 35,000 people in the queue for London one. All right, we just got to hope for a second release, hopefully. Sorry, jump scare here to me being freshly showered. I'm actually going out tonight. There's someone that maybe you guys follow her. She's on TikTok mostly. I actually haven't seen if she's on. Let's see where my hat's been all day. I don't know if she's on Instagram. She must be, but she's on TikTok. Her name's Cote, and she's just purely a TikTok friend. We just comment on each other's stuff all the time. And one time when Lawrence was out with his friend, I was at home and I accidentally clicked on her live. I don't normally watch TikTok lives. I don't know what it is. Why don't I watch them? I don't know if you guys do, but I don't normally watch TikTok lives, but I accidentally clicked on hers and I was like, oh, okay, we'll just stay and listen to Coco, because I do really like her. She's got some lovely, wholesome kind of content. She just kind of does similar stuff to me, we'll plate up a load of food and just talk through it. Someone mentioned in the comments when I joined, oh, Hope's joined, and she was reading through all the comments, and yeah, essentially it's just oh, hi Hope, and there was this whole conversation that happened between me on the comments on her live, and other people in the comments. It was a really bizarre situation actually. And after that I was just do you know what, this doesn't happen often in terms of finding connections. And I say that actually, but I feel like I've said this to you guys quite a few times, that I have just been introduced to a world of people that I never would have met before. And I feel like as an adult, it's really hard to make new friends. I made some of my closest friends now through the gym. I think gyms are a great way to meet people, especially the changing rooms. So I met some of my closest friendship group literally when we would get ready together separately, but all get ready in the same fitting rooms. It's kind of pre-COVID time, so everyone was going to an office. Since I went full-time content creation, I was kind of worried that I wouldn't meet anyone new, because you're not in an office job and seeing anyone. You're your own boss. You're not having that daily contact with other people. And I'm so shocked about the amount of friends I have created, and people that genuinely they're genuine friends. I feel like some people can maybe be a bit wary as to other people's agendas in this space, but I don't know if it's just being fortunate in the food space. It's just amazing the amount of support, love that you get from people within the other people in the food community is incredible, and that has translated into real friendships. And for that to happen with Coco, for us to have literally just been on live, and I sent her a DM. I was like, right, come on, let's meet for a drink. And she was like, here's my number, text me. And we've just been WhatsApping, and we're gonna go for drinks and then a full-on dinner, and I'm so excited. I've even made her a couple of loaves of sourdough because I know how much she loves sourdough, so I'm just getting ready for that. And I also wanted to show you a couple of products that I've been really enjoying recently. So I was sent this brand here. They also have a face wash, which is really nice, a really beautiful, it's not foaming, it's more like a gel cleanser. I'm not a really balm cleanser kind of person. I don't think I like foam ones because I think they do strip the oil from my skin, which has probably contributed to some of my bad skin outbreaks in the past. But the face wash of this it feels quite nourishing. I wash my face and it doesn't feel squeaky clean in a bad way. It feels clean, but it doesn't feel like everything's been stripped. And I have been enjoying this serum. However, I am a 2-pump serum gal because I do just like to lather it on and pat it in. It has gone down very quickly. And I say very quickly in the sense of I just feel like other products have lasted better. I've had razors that have lasted longer than this guy so far, but it's still lovely. It does have a nice glow to it. I think there's some sort of shimmer to it. I don't think you even see that. If you're a 1-pump serum person, it would last longer for you, but I have that. Not sure if I'd repurchase though, purely for that reason. But if someone bought it for me, if I got it in a Christmas stocking, something like that, I would use it and I'll be very happy doing it, but I think there's probably better serums out there. And another one that I was sent is by this brand here, which I've really loved. I have a few issues with this. It's massive. So I travel a lot, even if it's just like for one night in London, and that's a massive amount to take. I know that you can decant it, but I am sometimes not that prepared. I just like to grab the stuff off the shelf and just like throw it into my bag. So it is big, and also I don't always like when you can't see how full it is. I feel like there should be a clear bit down the side so you can actually see how low down you're getting. But having said that, the actual product is really nice. I am a gel moisturiser lover. I don't really like cream. So like CeraVe, I know CeraVe is a good brand and I have used it in the past, but for me, I personally prefer gel like moisturisers. I feel like it just doesn't clog my skin as much. I feel quite congested and also hot. Like I get really hot when I'm doing my makeup and stuff, and I just feel like when I put a cream moisturiser on, it feels too much, too like claustrophobic, and it really is a gel cream. So I've been liking this one a lot actually. Okay, I'm just going to dry out my hair and then get my makeup done, get dressed and head into London. I'm really excited. The restaurant that we're going to as well, it should be really good. It's a PR invite one, and we were going to go to Mountain. I had it booked. If you haven't been to Mountain in Soho, highly recommend. It is so good, like a really, really good restaurant. One of my go-to restaurants actually, especially in that Soho area. So we did have that booked, but then this other restaurant, I can't remember what it's called actually, they reached out and said, would you like to like book in for a PR? And I was like, oh, let's have a look at it and see what it's like. Luso, Luso, and that's on Charlotte Street, I think. So yeah, really excited. It should be really good. It's relatively new as well. So actually, I say it looks good, but there's not much to go on. But you know, like when you can just get a vibe of somewhere. There's a lot of green flags I have with restaurants before I've even booked it and decided to go, that I know that that's going to be a good place. Maybe I should talk you through what those are. Maybe I should do like a post of that soon, because I feel like it's quite a niche thing. But I have so many people say, how do you know where's good? And yeah, I just feel like there's little things, like little design quirks, little ways of plating up, the plates that people choose, the chairs that people choose, their logo, how their Instagram is, all these little things for me just all point towards this is going to be the kind of restaurant that I really love, or maybe not. So let me know if you'd want to see that. Makeup done. I'm growing this hat mark. I should not have worn a hat today. I'm growing out my fringe, and the only reason I'm growing it out is because we're going on a 6-week trip to Southeast Asia, January through to February, and if you have a fringe, you'll probably really empathise, that's probably like a bit of a dramatic term to use, but you'll understand that a fringe in heat and humid heat and sweaty heat is just, it's just not going to be good in the slightest. So I thought I should probably grow it out for that. And even if we stay at this kind of length where I can just brush it to the sides like that, I think that's better, and just manage it when I'm away in that kind of heat. Outfit wise, I think I'm gonna wear this. So I really want to try and find ways to make my summer wardrobe work for winter, and I feel like these kind of dresses do lend themselves quite nicely, and it's still relatively mild temperature wise. It's like 14 degrees, and I looked through on weather and I don't think it's going to get any lower than 13 degrees, and we're going to be in like restaurants and stuff. So this is the dress. It's very COS vibes. It's got pockets, it's got this like balloon shape to it, strappy. So I'm thinking this with something that I can put over the top. Going with like this Uniqlo cardigan maybe. Oh, yeah, I quite like this. Maybe like tuck it in like this. Maybe this. If I was going to a country pub, I feel like this is quite a good look. But I do feel like this would work as well. I've got a nice, good COS bucket bag that could go well with this as well. It's like black leather, so that's a good option. Another option, just this heavyweight massive oversized shirt, like black shirt to go with it, so we're going to go black, maybe black shoes as well, which I do like this. I think this is a good look. But there's one other option, which means utilising Lawrence's wardrobe. We could go with the contrast. I need to roll up the sleeves, but a contrast in colour. Ignore sleeve length, but I feel like this is probably a better kind of fit. And I can have my black leather bucket bag and probably my much loved slip-ons that Lawrence hates. He's not coming out with us. Oh yeah, okay, I like this. I feel like this is the look. Very simple and minimal. So I'll just roll up these sleeves and that's the look. Hello guys, sorry for the awful evening light. I've had a whole day of just doing some admin-y bits, like house things as well. Last night was so good. If you need a place in Soho, Charlotte, like more like Charlotte Street way, highly recommend Luso. It was phenomenal. It was very mountain-like vibes, and I've talked about mountain here before, probably even on this vlog. I can't remember if I said it on this one. It's like a San Sebastian style restaurant, and just the flavours are incredible. The ingredients are great. The service, it's hard to know if, because it was a comped visit and they knew who I was, it's really hard to know if that would have been the level of service you would get if it wasn't gifted. But everyone else in the restaurant seems to be getting such brilliant, attentive service. So I definitely recommend. I would return. And it's really nice, small. Actually, I thought it was small, but then they took us upstairs. And there's a whole upstairs bit as well. So if you're after a place in Soho, or even just like a good place to eat in London, very of those, yeah, mountain, brat, that kind of vibes. Really good place. Really recommend. And meeting Cote for the first time, just so good. I feel like we're going to be really good friends. I'm going to see a lot more of her. We've even put another date in for another night. So yeah, I'm really excited to see her again. And she's just great. If you're on TikTok, really suggest giving her a follow. She does really nice, chatty, just talking to camera style videos. Yeah, had a whole day today where I've just been doing house admin more. I've also got a whole pile of ironing that I need to get through tonight. Lawrence has gone out, and I always have, whenever he goes out, the best intentions of make it, and sometimes it happens, like it does actually. I'd say probably half of the time it happens where my best intentions are I'll make something for myself, even if it's like a nice little like girl dinner snacky plate. Sometimes I just fancy a Chinese takeaway, and I've got myself a Chinese takeaway. I've got some, I'll show you what I ordered actually. And it's so bad, isn't it? Because I feel like Chinese restaurants, or any kind of takeaway, they should do half like one person portions, because all of this came to like £29, which is fine because this is going to do lunch and probably dinner tomorrow as well, probably like breakfast. There is stuff that will be used again, but if you only wanted a couple of satay skewers, to have that option be quite good. I feel like there's a market idea there to be able to have almost like a child's portion of something so that you don't have to get all of it if you don't want it. Anyway, chicken satay, I always get chicken satay but sauce on the side, and I'm a big fan when the satay's like super crispy like that. Satay, sauce on the side. Oh my god, I'm actually salivating thinking about all of it. I know that I'm going to have a bit of a salt MSG hangover tomorrow, but it'll be worth it. Seaweed, crispy seaweed, love that. What's this one? Oh, I think this is favourite dish. I love this so much. Salt and pepper chicken. And then the final thing, I haven't ordered this type of this before, so I'm excited to see what it's going to be like. I got a king prawn fried rice, and I can see a few chunks of big prawns in there. Very excited. Gonna have my takeaway. I'm gonna sign off the vlog here as well. Thank you so much for watching another one. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next week.